hands together for Kreska!
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? Law enforcement officials, how are you? September 26th, I told you all we would be here. I told you all they would be locking us down. Just last week, I told you they'd be censoring social media, and sure enough, not only 3 days later, the Mad Facebook group, the Lion Facebook group, and the Santa Claus Parade group were all taken down immediately. No reason, just stricken off the servers simultaneously. What a coincidence. If you notice, I've been right about quite a few things. That's why I created that new website. I'm going to give the name again. overcomethevirus.com. OTV. overcomethevirus.com. You can go there right now. You can create an account. It's like a new Facebook. You're going to have access to a discussion forum that won't be censored. You won't be kicked off. You're going to have access to all our event pages, access to all the other groups, and we're going to be pushing this site as the new home of the lockdown community because they can't censor it, they can't take it down, and there's nothing they can do about it. They tried to hack that site. We thankfully had good security. In 24 hours, we received almost 131 million individual attacks on that website in a 24-hour period. So the next time someone asks, are we making a difference? Just point them to that. Thank you. I gotta bring something to people's attention. Everybody's still wondering where we are in this fight. Last night, there was a world conference called Turning Point 2020. It's been ongoing for the last 5 days. They chose 50 speakers from around the world. I was chosen as the last speaker on the last day, and that was last night at 10 p.m. And I can tell you right now that our message of truth, love, and unity was streamed live to millions of people in over 22 countries. So when I tell you we have millions of people around the world, I mean we have millions and millions of people around the world waking up to this scam. I look around and I see the mask wearers. The ones that are on the fence are now coming around. The fear is dissipating. But we still have the diehard mask wearers. Do not let them get under your skin. Point them out with some facts. I bet most of you here did not know. Communist China, population 1.4 billion. They have less COVID deaths than Canada. Did you know that? Less COVID deaths in China than Canada. Their school children are not wearing masks. Let me say that again. China does not mandate masks for their school children. It does not mandate masks for their population. And they have less COVID deaths than Canada. In fact, the countries with the highest COVID deaths in the world are all countries that mandated masks. When you look at our rising cases, I see people here not wearing masks. I don't think any of you are going to line up to get tested for COVID. So what's the reality of the situation? Who's getting tested? It's the mask wearers. So all these new cases are mask wearers. So is your mask protecting you from COVID? No. No, it's not. It's obvious at this point. The businesses have come around. The churches have come around. I've been meeting with coalitions of religious leaders, of business owners, and they have had enough. They do not want to close. They want to stay open. And we're urging everybody. That declaration's almost ready. It's going to be posted on overcomethevirus.com, and you'll be able to sign up online anonymously and be part of that network. So if any one business gets attacked, and I mean attacked, law enforcement officials, I'm talking to you right now. You have an oath to serve and protect the community that loves you, protects you, and looks after you. When you are given an order that violates that oath and is unethical, it is your responsibility to decline that order. Unless you want to go home to your wife, your kids, and when they said, "How was your day, honey? What did you do today?" Are you going to tell them, "I went to a hair salon that's owned by a single mother of 3, and I put her out of business, and pretty soon she's going to be bankrupt, and she's going to be on the street, and I did it because the government told me that her salon with 2 chairs is a COVID threat, while the Walmart next door has people lined up around the building"? Is that how you're going to be able to live with yourself? I don't think so. So now is the time where you have to make up your mind on whether you're going to accept to violate your oath and you're going to do unethical orders on the population. And believe me, we will make sure there are consequences for those actions. We are not alone. We are all together. 22 countries are all watching at this point. And they have all one thing in common. They all have realized freedom is essential. Everyone has finally come together. I'm sorry to tell you, in the next few weeks, they're going to lock us down. There's nothing we can do about it. It's inevitable. It has to happen. Why? Because in order for the mask wearers, in order for the silent majority to finally wake up, they got to go through it. They got to go through the subjugation. They got to get to the point where you people are awake. And in order for them to wake up, they're going to have to get locked down and have a bad couple of months. But don't worry. Regardless of what they try to do, regardless of the threats they made against me, regardless of how they take down our groups, we got 7,000 people back on MAD in one day, by the way. The Santa Claus parade is not going nowhere. That is our beacon of hope at the end of this year. We need to end this year on a high note. We've had bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news. But let me tell you, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the mask wearers coming up to me and saying thank you instead of F you. I see it all happening, not just here, everywhere. The government knows that they are screwed. If you look in the news, they tried to make a new law. A law where we cannot sue them or hold them accountable for any of these COVID measures. Why would they be doing that? Because they know their days are numbered. And every day that goes by at this point, we get stronger and they get weaker. And next month, we're going to get a huge boost to our movement. I said it before, I'm going to say it again. Who is going to win the election? Say it one more time, louder. And what is he going to do after he wins? Who is he going to endorse for Prime Minister of Canada? Again! Trump and Carbone, the dream team for North America. The leaders we need to make us get out of this and make it a bad memory. Do you guys want your lives back? Do you really want your lives back?